Aloha and welcome to Moana's Divine Readings. I am Moana Anela and I am the Hawaiian Gypsy. I may have spelled it wrong, but well, I'm a gypsy, so I go with the flow. So I usually do monthly readings for the collective energies, and I work with the Mayan Oracles, as well as I work with Hawaiian Oracle cards as well. And for the love readings, I will be bringing in the Egyptian. So how my love readings are going to work I also will be bringing in financial readings as well, and I will be doing that in the same format as these love readings as well. So how we're going to start. So this is the intro, and I'm just going to explain everything here, so I don't have to explain everything for every time I do this. And so how it's going to work is that I'll have the sign here, and basically I will be using for the love readings, I'll be using the Good Tarot, and what'll happen is I'll have like basically a general for the sign, so it'll be either water, fire, air, or earth, and we're going to tap into my monthly reads that I do. The energy that comes through the monthly reads, I'll be bringing them into the love and financial reads. And so we're going to start off with a general for a particular type of signs, whether it's water, earth, air, or fire. And then that's going to be kind of a general. And then we'll be going into the particular readings after that. So when I do the general, we'll be using the Good Tarot and also the Romance Angel. Sorry, I can never remember what they're called, but the Romance Angel cards. And then after I do the general for that type of signs, the elements, then when I'll be going into into each particular sign for that sign. So let's say if I did water signs, so I'll do the general read, and then we'll go into each particular sign. So for water it would be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, and then from there I'll be using the Alchemy Tarot for the particular signs, and also the Enchanted Map. And I always use the my Hawaiian spread, which always calls into the energy of higher self, or sorry, when I do the general reading, it's basically coming from spirit, so more divine energies, so higher divine energies, the central manifested energies, and then also root energies, the energies that are kind of coming in, giving support to the manifested energies. Okay, and anything else I need to say? They are all general reads, so take what resonates. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Take what resonates, and and then just throw away what doesn't resonate. I do work with the Ho'o Pono Pono Hawaiian principles, so it's always about divine love and light, and we just call into that energies, and then go from there. So for the general, we take the aspects of what spirit is saying for overall, and that's why it's a general energy. And then when we go into the particular signs, when we go and use these cards, we basically clarify what and get into more detail what the general energy is. Sorry if I keep repeating myself. And then we when we get into the particular sign, then all of a sudden the position come more into a personal aspect of of the self. So we get into like now the three aspects that the Hawaiians use is the higher self, the middle self, and then the lower self. All right, and then I'll just say a little bit more about those when we get into those signs. All right, so that's just a major intro. I'll just, you know, put onto every reading so that I don't have to keep repeating this. It's just nice in the beginning. And so the general reading, and then when you get into particular signs, just look for the timestamps below. Okay, all other information is always going to be in the information below. And yeah, any questions, just leave that in the comment box, and I look forward to doing your reading. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Aloha. Aloha, welcome back to Moana's reading. I'm Moana, and I am the Hawaiian Gypsy, and we're on air. These are for all the air signs. This is the general portion of the air signs. Then we'll get into each individual sign when we clarify Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So we start off with the general spread using the Tarot. Sorry, it's kind of hard to fit everything in the camera. And then we will clarify this one with an Angel Oracle card. Sorry about that. There we go. And then when we get into the each individual sign, we'll be clarifying with the Alchemy Tarot, which I love. And then also we'll also clarify with one of the Colette Baron Reed Enchanted Map. Okay, now we'll get started. So I use, if you can see, the Mayan Oracle cards in the back. These are the star glyphs. We have Ik and Esnap, cutting away, so finishing off the year, the decade. He's the sword that stands for truth, and then we have Ik is the wind. So perfect combination of cutting away anything that needs to be get rid of, and then having the universe come in with that wind and take it away, as well as we are also having the energies of the Egyptian energies with soul retrieval. And again, perfect combination with, you know, revealing truth within the self, and that's what soul retrieval is all about. It's going deep inside and being able to retrieve that true soul being, so you can continue on with your mission here, being who you truly are. And as that is relating in love, you know, we are able to attract the right person that is the one that's meant to be when we become who we really are. And Ho'o Malama Lama, illuminate the self. So to illuminate who you are. So once we cut away, we're able to reveal and see who we are, and that can be illuminated. So illuminate your truth. All right, so for all air signs, we're going to start off. So we start off with manifestation, the grounded energies that are kind of feeding into the energies that is being manifested here on earth, and then what the divine spirit has to say, things that are energies that we're not exactly seeing, kind of hidden, that spirit wants us to pay attention to, and things that we are seeing over here. However, maybe spirit wants us to take a different approach of looking at it, that energies, or you know, maybe we're just not paying enough attention. So that'll all come out. And this is a love reading, and of course these readings are general reading, so it may resonate, it may not, so take what does, and then never mind what doesn't. All right, so we'll get started. We'll get started with the middle card. So you can see there's the one on the lower card, middle, and then upper card. Okay, so for air, kind of the mainstream of the situation is Ace of Fire. Okay, interesting for air. So Ace of Fire, for those who are familiar with the tarot, is that new beginning, is that new spark of life and passion. So for my air signs, you're seeing this kind of, you're seeing this kind of just beginning to manifest, a new beginning, a new love. Now, this new love, Ace of Fire right now is coming through for me right now as a passion. So you're seeing this new love. It may not necessarily be a person. Now, it is a love reading, but sometimes love can be into things that we have a passion for, a career, something we're really passionate about accomplishing. So if it's not a person for you, then this is like that passionate thing you're trying to accomplish, that goal or a career. And you're starting to see this come to light as to here's the direction that either here's the direction that I'm going to go in. So you're making that decision. It's coming clear. If it's a person, then it's like that person is entering your life now, and maybe at a moment in time up until now, you may have met this person. However, that person, it wasn't really clear. There was no, like, maybe because you've been so busy wrapping up things in 2019, going into 2020, that it wasn't really clear at the moment that, you know, there was chemistry between you and this person. So, and of course, air sign, that air element being very in the mind, we can miss these things. But now you're beginning to realize it's beginning to be revealed to you. And I kind of see that, you know, this kind of Cinderella carriage. So what I'm getting from that is there's a form of transformation going on too, and it's happening because you're transforming, and that's kind of like you're having a heart awakening, and this is what's kind of, you know, helping you to begin to really acknowledge this passion that is coming to life for you right now. The energy that is crossing this card here is the Messenger of Fire. Messenger of Fire is the basically is the equivalent to the Knight of Fire. So wow, another fire. So not so this is kind of really neat. Also too, this crown of candles is like it's a ceremonial. I believe it's kind of a Nordic ceremonial, maybe also with another culture, but it's kind of a ceremonial crown that is worn, like actually perfect in this time of year, you know, where we had the solstice. We just had the solstice, and I'm kind of getting this you know, kind of connection to the eclipse that just kind of happened. So. And of course, this is a timeless reading, so it is done at the end of December 2019, going into January. But it's a timeless reading, so if you feel this applies to you at whatever moment you see this, then this message certainly applies. But what I'm getting is, so there was that solar eclipse on December 26th in the northern hemisphere here, northwestern hemisphere, it was the 27th. However, and it was just coming into the 26th, the morning for most of the countries. And, but however, I'm getting this kind of connection to that. And this is like this crown of fire. So it was the annular eclipse, and it was that ring of fire. And I'm just kind of getting with this, especially with all this fire energy. And it's interesting because, you know, air can control fire, but what I'm getting is that fire right now for you is kind of an exciting thing. I'm kind of getting like this letting go of that control, and that's a really good thing for you right now, because your passion is waking up, and a ceremony, you kind of feel like this ceremony in yourself, like this metamorphosis, ceremonial kind of transformation going on, and it's exciting, because I'm feeling like this exciting energy that you're embracing it. It's waking up. It's waking up within. So you see how the fire is kind of within and it's coming out. And that's what I feel is happening for you, air signs, for that, for those that this message resonates with. And so we have that crown of fire. And it just signifies, again, illumination. So you're really beginning to come to that part of yourself that maybe you haven't recognized up until now, and we're having this you know, illumination happening, Ho'o going on within, and that's really, really exciting. So we're going to come to the bottom card, and that's a grounding card, and we have the Two of Earth. So Two of Earth is basically, the Two of Earth can be considered in the Rider-Waite Tarot as a Two of Pentacles. So it's equivalent to that. But in here we have her, she's looking, if we look at her face there, let's see if that will focus, perfect. If we look at her face there, oh sorry, the lighting is kind of, and these cards are glossy, so it might be hard to, anyway, there we go, a little bit. If we look at her face there, she's kind of looking like she's playing. So she's kind of playing with her Two of Pentacles there. And what I'm getting is that that's kind of happening with you. Like, it's almost like with this letting go that's beginning to happen for you. You know, letting go of that air element, that control, that natural control that air signs usually feel comfort in, is that you're beginning to let go of that control. You're beginning to find, you know, like, oh, you know, almost like a bit of risk taking. Not all the way. Most air signs, that's really hard for a lot of you to do. Maybe some of you, or not so hard. But for some of you, you know, that's usually a difficult task to kind of let go of that control. But you're finding it kind of easy because you're really starting to see the playful side of yourself. And that's part of that passion waking up, that excitement. And this is a really cool transformation for air signs. And that's also happening in your love. So you're opening up, you're like, you know what? You know, let me enjoy, you know, just letting go and see what happens. So that is really cool. And then we have the Four of Air. So there's your element right there. Four of Air. So that's like the equivalent of the Four of Swords. So it's really interesting because with this illuminating and waking up and lighting, just lighting this part of the self, which you've done the soul retrieval over here. It was kind of a deep part of yourself, but now it's illuminating. You're setting back again. This has to do with that letting go of that control, and you're finding peace within that. You're finding comfort. You're finding solitude, and almost like that place of grace, like your sanctuary. So you're finding your sanctuary in this new revelation that you're having. This transformative. You know, going more into the heart and passionate side, the creative side, if you will, over the mind. So, and I've been saying this saying, and it's been coming through. So I'm really getting this is for you, Air. Just saying, even though it is applied for other signs, but I'm really getting this for you that, you know, this we usually hear that mind over matter, that kind of thing, but what Spirit is giving me, the saying of heart over mind. And I'm really feeling like this is something that's going on for you, Air, that you're tapping into. And that's really exciting. So this is the energy that is not being seen. Of course, I thought it was reversed, but it's not. It's the Hangman. So the only card that actually is upright in reverse, the Hangman, because that's his message. Again, what I'm getting from this one is we could easily say, especially with the 4 air coming through, and it's coming through from the divine energies. But what I'm getting more than like that idea of suspense or pause, I'm not getting that with you, air. I'm getting movement, especially with this fire, and then this playfulness. I'm getting, rather than that suspense, or I'm getting, again, you are going to a place of solitude, and the hangman can often represent, because of the idea that he's kind of hanging upside down, taking a different perspective, taking a moment to obtain that different perspective. What I'm getting for you is that you are embracing now. You've already kind of had that moment of okay, woo, I got to step back and take a look at what's going on. But now you're starting to embrace it, because you're starting to see the solitude, you're starting to see the peace, you're starting to see the place of sanctuary, because you feel safe in letting go, because it's so deep in your heart. This is a part of yourself that you're beginning to see, hey, this is what's balancing me right now. That's that 2 of earth. This is the side that's balancing me out. Is this passion that's awakening, and I'm really embracing letting go of control, because I'm really enjoying what spirit is bringing to me right now. And that's what I'm getting coming so through really strongly with the hangman. And again, that's for who that resonates with. On this side, this is a side that is apparent, energies that are apparent to you, but maybe the there it is, what we've been talking about. And of course the 4. So it's interesting. The energies that is not being seen, that Spirit wants you to take note of, is the hangman, which is a 3. And then we have the energies that you are being apparent, which is the emperor, which is a 4. So it's all about, emperor is all about that control. So letting go of that control. And that's what you're seeing. But what I'm getting coming through here is that Spirit wants you to know that if, basically keep going. And yes, you don't have to like totally just go out there and just, I'm going to quit my job today and I'm going to, just, move to, some nomad place, live off the land. You don't have to be like, obviously nobody's going to be that crazy. Well, I sometimes can be, but anyways, but you don't have to be like, sure, you don't have to let go so much control, but keep going, because the more you're able to let go of trying to understand in the mind of who you are and what makes you tick and that kind of things, the more you let go of that, the more this can be revealed, your true nature of who you really are. And of course the lion, we got Leo, which I'm getting more of sun. I'm getting more of that illumination type energies. So, and then of course, as you be more revealed, you're going to be reflecting that out. And so somebody, for those of you who are single, somebody new is coming in. And that's, of course, is for a lot of people. But I'm getting like this is a big transformation, especially for the air sign, is to be able to really embrace that fire side, that creativity. Oh, and that's what I wanted to mention with the hangman. The 1 and 2 reduces to a 3. And 3 is all about creation, creativity. So waking up the creative side. So be like this wants you to be that creative side of the the cat, the lion, the feline, is really known for that kind of creative feminine energies, if you will. Now that's just the energy, so it doesn't matter if you're male or female, it's the energies, but it's that creative force, if you will. And that passion is really waking up and it's being revealed. So for those who are single, you're really, and that's what you're looking into, is you're really beginning to see, where your love life wants you, where you want to take your love life, basically, where your love life wants to take you, if that makes sense. But that's a part of you. So you're seeing it as one and the same. So now, like, embracing that, you're able to open up your heart to, you know, true love, that real love, accepting it, allowing it to come in. So this is good. This is like a freeing. This is really freeing. So, okay, that's perfect. That's just a general portion, and then I'm going to go into each individual sign. So we're going to start with Aquarius. So we'll have Aquarius, Gemini, and then Libra. All right, thanks. We'll see you if you join us for the next step. Sorry, air sign, I forgot to give you your angel card. So we're going to do that now. So we're just going to shuffle these up. And, oh my goodness, my hands are not working today. So I kind of had that already done. So we're just going to shuffle these up and give you your engagement. Wow. What was really interesting about that card coming out is that I was going to say that this doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting married, but some of you may. And that was funny how just before, you know, I kind of shut down there for a second before I came back on. I was kind of feeling that, and then this card comes in. So your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So again, for those who have been in a relationship, then that's then you basically, if you're in a relationship, then that relationship is stepping up to the next level. So I can actually see some of you air signs getting engaged, and then those who are single are going to be stepping into a commitment. So engagement can also refer to like a next level of commitment. So again, and then for those of you not necessarily looking for love in a person, but looking for that passion, that goal you're passionate about, I see something happen, like an offer or something coming to life for you, that it's going to come into a communion. So some form of commitment where you're going to start working with somebody, or you know, like some what should I say, some business or something, and you're going to come together and on a project and work together. And that basically you're going to see that really start manifesting from here on. I'm going to put that there. Okay, now we're going to the next level. The next step, sorry. I'm doing this just kind of after Christmas, so just a little exhausted, but I want to get these readings out. So I apologize for not being totally sounding like my words coming out smoothly and my brain connecting with my tongue, if you will. Okay, thank you, and we'll see you at the next step. We're going to start with Aquarius. Thank you. Aloha. Hi, and welcome back. I'm Moana, the Hawaiian Gypsy, and we are here doing the air element of the signs, starting with Aquarius. Thank you, and welcome back. So happy to have you, and thank you for joining us for our second part. Sorry, I cannot speak tonight, by the way, so I apologize for that. Thank you for joining us for the second part of your reading. Again, it's general reading, so take what resonates, and then just chuck the rest. Let it blow away in the wind. He's the wind. Mayan Oracle cards. Okay, and what we're doing is we're going to clarify the general spread for air with the Alchemy England tarot cards, and I just love these cards. All right, so first off the bat, well, I'm just going to do the spread, and basically when I do the spread, I just do the three, the middle, the lower, and then the upper. And when I do the spread, this is the love reading for Aquarius, and when I do the spread, when we get into more detail for each individual sign, then I go more into about the self. So 3 levels of self. For the Hawaiians, we have the middle self, the lower self, and the higher self. The middle self is you manifested here on earth, and it resonates with the heart chakra and the solar plexus chakra. The lower self is basically your subconscious self. It's kind of that instinctual self, and also that fight or flight self. And that part resonates with the root chakra and the sacral chakra. And then we have the upper card, which is the higher self, the divine self. And that one resonates more with the upper 2, which is the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. And the middle self story also resonates with the throat chakra, everything that can be manifested. So that's the solar plexus, the heart, and then the throat chakra. So some of them have 2, some of them have 3, and I just go with what kind of comes out. So we'll start with the middle self. That's you here, because it's your founding self. It's what's going on with you that is visible. And the 2 cards coming out for the middle self is the Wheel of Fortune and the and Judgment. Sometimes I confuse the Judgment card with this one with the Justice card. But yeah, beautiful cards. The Wheel of Fortune and then the Judgment card. So I mean, wow. So what I'm getting here, anything to do with like your love life, Aquarius, is that I'm really getting that it has a lot to do with basically it's divine intervention. The wheel is at hand, and things are moving forward, moving on. But I'm really getting it's an exciting time for you. And it's not just an exciting time for you, a place in your life, but just an exciting times overall, like big things are happening, within, as they are like around in the universe. So it's really yourself. You're seeing yourself grow. You're seeing yourself really, you're really beginning to see a difference. Like sometimes as, we go through changes in life, we don't really notice them as we're going day to day. And then it's like, wow, 10 years is like, wow, where did the time go? But what I'm getting right now is you are noticing big changes right away. And that's what's going on. And the other thing is you had also the 2 of Earth came out in the general read for airs, for the air signs. So in this case, I'm getting like with the Justice card, the Judgment card, when we talked about the 2 of Earth, we talked about that playfulness, like you letting go of that control. And that's what I'm getting with this Judgment card. You're really trusting in this whole new, like beginning. The slate has been wiped clean. The horn has been sounded, and you're waking up to a brand new you, and you're seeing that in your love life. You're really starting to see. Now, what I'm getting is for some of you air sign, this may not, Aquarius, may not resonate with everyone, but what I'm getting for Aquarius, and I've been feeling this when I was kind of doing the general, but I think it was coming through more specifically for you, Aquarius. What you're starting to see is the wheel is turning, and but it hasn't completely completed itself. But the exciting part is you are seeing a new beginning. So basically, a new beginning has begun. But with that new beginning is that you're beginning to see options out there in love. Okay, this may not resonate for everybody. This is more for the single Aquarius, as you're beginning to see options out there. Now, for those of you who are following the love of passion, a passionate goal, that real drive to achieve mission in your life. Again, I'm still getting the general energies of you're seeing options. You're beginning to see options. The world is opening up for you. And the old door is about to shut, and you're walking into a whole new world of options. And that's because you have like begun to let go of that control. You've begun to trust in the spirit and this divine and this new beginning. And that's what, in the beginning, we had that Ace of Fire, that wakening up. Okay, and that's right on the way, Ace of Fire here. So there's that Ace of Fire. So, you know, you have begun to waken up. And it's really creating a lot of excitement for you. It's really, that fire is creating a lot of passion. You're feeling the ceremony, that closure, closing the end, and then now walking through to the new. So for your lower self, the subconscious self, and things that are going on in love, is we have, okay, and here's the Temperance. So you have the Temperance, we have the Seven of Wands, the black roses stand for the wands, and then we have the Seven of Cups. Oh, and there it is. They're choices. So again, a lot of choices in love. So many choices in love. What's really cool, what I'm seeing for those of you that are in a committed relationship or in a marriage, you know, it doesn't matter what depth of commitment you are, you're still seeing options in, maybe not necessarily partners, but in your case, you're seeing options of where you can take your relationship to a new level, where your relationship at the moment, you're starting to see it opening up between you and your partner, and you're starting to see options as, wow, me and my partner, we can do so many things together, and you're starting, and so your partner is also opening up. So I'm really seeing that exciting creativity for both of you and your partner. Everything's opening up, and you're starting to see, you know, are starting to have these concepts, these new concepts coming in, like, wow, you know, let's do this. Let's do this in our lives. And these options are coming through. So it's very, very exciting. A lot of options coming through, very exciting. And then we have the Temperance. Now, when I get with Temperance, Temperance can usually mean patience, but in this case, what I'm seeing in Temperance is that temperamental, like kind of like the cadence. So as these options are coming through, as you're walking through the new door of life, and seeing all these new beginnings that you can start your new life with, whether it's with your partner, whether with a new partner, or with the passion that you have. I'm seeing this kind of like, Spirit is showing me two things. It's showing me the cadence. So in other words, like there's a rhythm, there's a pattern, and you're taking comfort in that pattern. It's giving you comfort because as you let go, there's still something that you need to have a feeling to kind of have a grasp on, to have like some kind of, you know, like foundation. And this cadence is, so everything's happening in divine timing, but it's happening in a rhythm, like step by step. And you're recognizing that through Spirit. And that's really, really exciting. And this is so awesome. And then also with the choices I'm getting, with what you're choosing, you're now divinely, you're starting to feel that divine entity, that divine essence, energy, that this is the divine behind us, the cosmos is behind us. You're beginning to feel that, and that's really, really exciting, because as you continue to connect and let go and trust in that divine and know that, you know, there's that order there, that that it's beginning to create this new, a whole new something that wasn't existed in its existence before. And that's the alchemy that's coming through with the Temperance. And because there's a lot of fire, and Temperance is also Sagittarius. There could be a Sagittarius around for some of you, that if that resonates. And here we have Wands. So we have more fire. And this is the Seven of Wands. So with all this being said, it's still making you feel a little unnerving at times. It's still making you feel possibly a little like you might have to kind of like, you know, stand on your own kind of thing, and a little bit of a defensive, like, okay, I don't want things to go too fast. I don't want things to be too much out of my control. So that's okay. And that's normal for your air sign. But we did have the message when we did, if you saw the, if you did watch the general part of the air sign, we had this coming through the Emperor, as that message was coming through as more as you let go of your control and continue to, you know, alchemically, like the temperance, if you continue to combine, allow the energies to combine with the universe, with the divine energies, with the cosmos, if you will, however you see that fit for you. If you continue to let go of that control, then you're going to see your true nature continue to come forth and forth. And that's going to continue to keep you grounded and keep you feeling like, yes, okay, everything's okay. Everything is the way it is. And, you know, I do have a grip on something. So that message came through in the general. And that's what I'm getting with the Seven of Wands. So when you have that feeling, again, have that faith, trust. This is divine. Just remind yourself, this is divine. This is all happening. And it's because it's creative energy. And sometimes that creative energy can be very strong. It can be very overwhelming at times. And because it's also new. Right now we say no matter if changes is good or bad, then it's still change. It can still be stress. It's still stressful because it's change. But we had that Four of Air come out for you right here. So another message from your divine self, the Four of Air. Basically, you know, find that place of peace again. Find that place in peace. So it's like grounding yourself in a place of faith and meditation rather than controlling with the mind and having to figure that out. Again, that came through with the Emperor card. Like, instead of trying to figure everything out, I let go of that control and allow it to reveal itself, because it can't reveal itself if we're in the mind. So as we continue to have that faith and connection with the universe, then truth can really reveal itself, and you'll see. So this is interesting coming up with your divine. Now this is a message from the divine self, position, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, just as what we were saying. So basically, Eight of Pentacles is that, you know, kind of like that kind of, it's going to be challenging, but continuing that work because it's all new. So there's going to be a bit of a challenge there. But then we have the World, and amazing, again, the World. So your completion is happening. It's happening, and it's going to be completed very, very shortly. And everything in love and passion, you're going to be stepping into that, and then you're going to make the right choices because of this hard work, this hard spiritual work happening. And again, we have the Hangman for the second time. That's this guy right here, the Hangman. He's the Hangman in this one. And again, it's all about that. And I'm getting meditation. It's going to be good for you. So it's kind of a meditation that is letting go of the mind. So kind of like some will say, see a million stars, visualize on a million stars. And then you find like there's so many stars, like, you know, you can't, it's just no way that we can just like focus on all these stars, that it just helps to let the mind go. And something like that, you know, do a meditation that just allows the mind to free itself. And again, so like this meditation, and also embracing like a whole new part of yourself, embracing that whole new awakening. And also what I'm getting for some of you, you may be meeting somebody that is totally different than yourself. because this is what's going on. A lot of new energy coming in. So, you know, like we have commitment, engagement as the angel oracle cards, and that's the card back here. We have engagement, and that's like, you know, again, everything new, taking that, if you're in a relationship, taking that relationship to the next level. Okay, and then for the Enchanted Map, the message is, oh, come together. Wow, come together. That's beautiful, Aquarius. So, and it's an 8. So coming together. So to me, that brings right to that Temperance card, that alchemy. As you come together with you and your spirit, then your divine partner, soulmate, twin flame, however you see that, your divine partner will come together. And if you notice, it's kind of like, you know, if you will, you, your partner, and then up here we have the pelican here, who's the stork, if you will, who brings the babies. So, you know, and then there's that creative. There's the creative energy coming up, and there's three for creation. And that's the stork that comes from the heavens and delivers the baby. Well, this is kind of like the divine intervention. As we connect with that divine intervention, you'll see your partner will naturally come in. Or your relationship, if you're in a relationship, will naturally reveal its true self. So you continue to grow with your partner. You know, you like, if you feel like you've just been dating somebody for a couple of years, all of a sudden something will happen and it'll be revealed that, wow, I've been dating my soulmate or twin flame all this time. Oh my goodness, how magical and lucky is that? And that would be magical and lucky, because most of the time, you know, one of us is chasing the other. So that's kind of great. So something like, so some kind of revelation is going to happen with you and your love life. And again, for those who are not looking for the partner idea, if you just want that passion in your life, is it that passionate goal, then you're going to see that is going to be revealed. Your like true mission here on this planet is going to be revealed, and it's going to be a divine union. It is going to be very spiritual. So if you have been seeking out something spiritual, it's right around the corner and it's coming. Thank you, Aquarius. I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated with some of you. If you like, you can leave some comments below. Please make nice. Anyways, I really hope that helped. And many blessings, and of course many blessings for the new decade. Aloha, aloha, Kekahi, Kekahi. Love one another. Take care. Aloha. Aloha and welcome back. The air signs, we are now into Gemini. Thank you, Geminis, for joining us today. Really appreciate you being here. And again, this is a general read, so some of it may resonate. Take what resonates and throw away the rest. It's the easiest way to say it. So fabulous. I'm really looking forward to doing Gemini coming into the new year. This is a timeless read as well, and we are doing this reading kind of like right after that solar eclipse we had on the 26th. Powerful time of year, and I didn't quite do a solar eclipse reading, which is okay. I'm just starting getting these readings out. So next year we have 6 eclipses next year, so that should be interesting. However, I'm really excited to do the Gemini reading because of, you know, the Gemini energies, and the fact we're going into a 2020, which is, you know, like a 2-2, kind of a lot of that mirroring going on. So it's really interesting to see what's going to happen with Geminis here in love. So when I do the readings, when we get more into each individual sign, we follow the Hawaiian principles of the 3 selves. So it starts with the the middle self, that's us here manifested on Earth, our physical self, and then what we project out to the world. And that resonates with the solar plexus, heart chakra, and throat chakra. And then below that card is the lower self. So Hawaiians, they relate to a lower self, and that is kind of like a bit of our lower nature, but it's also more importantly our subconscious self. It's our instinctual self. It's our survival self, and that resonates with the root chakra as well as the sacral chakra. And then on the above here with the divine energies, we have the higher self, and that's the divine self. That's our perfect beings, what we're trying to achieve. But it's also like our guides, our spiritual guides here. And then we're going to clarify that with the Alchemy England Tarot. Okay, and I am shuffling as I'm talking. And then I just do the three, unless a clarifier card come out. But usually I do about 2 or 3 cards for each self, and it gets into the details for you. Okay, 3 for your middle self, 2 for the lower self, and we have 3 for the higher self. And then wow. That guy just wanted to come out as a clarifier for the 3 selves. And that's the world. So, and actually what's interesting about this world in this particular deck is the yin and yang. And that's really interesting because I really had a strong feeling about you, Gemini, with this balancing of 2 energies. And it's almost like real similar to the Aquarius reading I was I just did, and that has to do, oh, by the way, I can't speak, so it's one of those evenings, but we're gonna get through it. But the Aquarius reading had, a lot of like alchemy, kind of like the intervening of both you as your soul being with the divine energies of the cosmos, and coming together as kind of one, still separate entities, but as one, and then kind of like balancing that trust between each other, and that's also what I'm getting coming through as an overall energy in your love life, Gemini, which is, for the most part, I can see that being pretty easy for Geminis, because I'm really getting, and of course Geminis are easygoing. They're very easy, like this interchanging energies. They're very easy, going with the flow, if you will. Geminis, as one of the signs, I believe to be the ones that are most comfortable with embracing change. And that's what's happening. And, and then balancing. Geminis is twins, so balancing the 2 selves. So that's an overall energy I'm seeing, and we had this 2 of Earth, but the balancing, when we did the general read for the 2 of Earth, if you didn't watch it, it's good to watch the general overall. This came through as like, she's actually balancing the 2 worlds by just being playful, letting go of that control. Normally with the air signs, there's that control aspect that can take over air signs, but you're really embracing that, your other Gemini self, of being able to be free and be playful, and this is great. So the air signs, it's interesting having a lot of fire. And you more so right now, Gemini, are having the fires coming out. We have the 2 of Pentacles again. And in this deck, it's really interesting how we have the kind of like as above, so below, the reflection kind of thing. So, and then we have the Hangman. And then we have the King of Wands. So fire for you is a real passionate time for you, Geminis, and you're really embracing this change on yourself. And kind of, I see a lot of balancing of 2 sides. What was also coming through with the 2 of Pentacles like coming through from this deck, and now it's coming through to your manifested side, is you are manifesting this balance of like, if you want to say, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the yin and yang aspects of yourself. And this is really what I'm getting that's coming through is, for the Hangman, it is more like this peaceful aspect. You may have felt like things have been suspended for a while. You may have felt like life has been kind of like, kind of like the same. And sometimes I feel for Gemini that can be kind of nerving a little bit, because Gemini, I feel you like to embrace change, and sometimes you need that change, and if it doesn't happen soon enough, it makes you a little anxious. So now I'm feeling, the message coming through, I'm feeling, is that you're starting to feel this peace within yourself, and that's reflecting through your love life. If you're single, it's like, hey, yeah, when it comes, it comes, and if it's not yet, it's not yet. And then for those of you in a relationship, you're finding peace within, now being true to yourself within that relationship, and reflecting that out to your partner, and your partner will reflect back to you, what is working with you and what's not working within you for yourself. So it's you're really starting to see that clear reflection, through your partner, and that's actually enabling you to really strengthen that relationship, or really see if this is the place I want to be in. So I find Geminis are really, because you're really becoming solid within yourself, kind of like complete within yourself, I'm really starting to begin to see this Ed Snap coming through, the sword that's either cutting things away or strengthening what is truth. And I really feel that's happening with you in your love life. So if you're not in a relationship, you're really starting to see the partner that you want. And that is going to bring you the partner that you want. And this is I feel, is you, Gemini, is this King of Fire. So you're kind of like, usually air controls fire, but in this case, air has been too controlling, that I'm finding now your fire is kind of like almost burning into an inferno. But it's not out of control, though. That's the thing. The beautiful thing of this, the beauty thing, is you're standing in this new element of yourself. And that's kind of what came through when we first begun with the general reading. So that's being reinforced here, Gemini, is that you're really embracing this new aspect of yourself, this fiery creative self, and you're starting to reflect that in your love life. And that's really exciting. And that is either going to, if you're in a relationship, strengthen that relationship, or say, hey, you know what, I need to let go of that, strengthen yourself to release, or have you connect, if you're single, with the person that is going to be the right one for you, to stand beside you, to be at the same level of intensity, because we're talking about fire and air. Wow, that's cool. Not fire and water, fire, air. That's cool. Yeah, something else came up, but kind of slipped my mind right now. So that's really exciting. You're really embracing this new creative aspect of yourself. And then for the lower self, your subconscious self is even feeling, it's even feeling this, this kind of, well, this is the Justice card, but what I wanted to say is that you're even feeling this, it's not justice in a way of, it's not just as in a way of I'm getting like more like making things right, or somebody did something wrong, that things are going to bounce out, karma. That's not what I'm getting here. What I'm getting here is more justice in a way of you really standing in your own, owning who you are. That if you will, the solar plexus type chakra energies where you're standing in who you are. You're not just confident in yourself, but it is coming from that confidence, but you are living or creating the life that now you need to create for you to continue growing in who you are. So that's the justice that's kind of coming through, that you're taking the action. And because we have a lot of fire is action, the wands are action, taking that action, and it's kind of waking you up through passion, and it's you taking the action. Again, kings and queens of wands is all about also taking the action. And that's also coming through here. Even your lower self is like, yes. And that is great, because that's a place where it all begins. So it's really, so even your root chakra, your grounded self, you're really getting grounded in like, yes, I have to do what is right for me. There you go. And then here it is again. We have 3 of Pentacles. So I am getting, for some of you, if you're in a relationship, either that relationship is going to, you're going to do what you need to do, basically. But you are going to be coming together or growing together. If you're in a relationship that's growing, you're going to be growing together. Or if you're single, now it's not necessarily always romantic love, you know, this love reading, but this could be like a passion in your career, or a passionate goal you're wanting to achieve, that, you know, you and another party, you know, going to come together. 3 of Pentacles is all about coming together and creating something new. And it's also, 3s are also about expansion. And because it's Pentacles, it's going to be manifested. So that's why, and it's coming because you are really being clear on who you are. So you're really drawing the right parties, the right type of people into your lives right now. And you're beginning to interact and come together with these people, and going to be creating something new. So that is really exciting. So for the higher self, wow, you can get a greater card than the 2 of Cups. So there you are. For those looking in love, your 3 of Pentacles, rising up, you're going to be finding your twin flame, your soulmate, your divine partner, how you see that fit. But you're going to be finding that right person, again, as I mentioned earlier, that right person that's going to stand beside you, right? Going to work with you at your level, resonate with you. And then there's 3 o'clock. So we got celebration. Again, we got expansion, okay? So what I'm getting, I'm kind of now getting what's coming through, message from Spirit, what it's coming clear to me, because we have these 3s. We got 1 in heart matters and 1 in manifestation. And so what I'm getting is that if you're single, and this is like about a partnership, a romantic partnership, what I'm getting is that this relationship is going to have an impact on others around you, but in a glorious way, in a celebrative way. Like, people are going to be happy when you guys come together. And that's what I'm getting. It's going to be it's going to be definitely a divine union, and it's going to be something that's going to affect others in a really positive, fantastic way. And that's what's coming through, because we got a lot of creative energy. So this is really exciting, Gemini. And it's funny, year 2, but we're building into 3s. So you're going to see 2 come together, going to be that 3. And it was funny when I was talking about the Aquarius reading, they had the Temperance, and that's the first thing that came out with this kind of, I was referring to the Temperance card the Aquarius had for their reading, for that energies of this alchemical something new coming. And that's what's going to come through your relationship, or this new passion, these new people that you'll be coming together and working together with, whether it's romantic or otherwise. You're going to see it's going to have an impact on others, and it's going to create something wonderful. And it's going to create something new is going to come out of it. And here we have the moon. So again, it's very spiritual. I'm not getting hidden energy, but I'm getting, because it's new, I'm getting like the divine is bringing, and we have the new moon here. Not new moon. We have a full moon here. So that's going to be kind of relevant to some of you. Again, it's a general read, so take whoever it resonates. If it doesn't, that's fine. But for some of you, this, I keep wanting to say new moon, but sorry, this full moon, we just had the new moon, very powerful new moon in eclipse, but this full moon is going to be very significant to some of you, and it's going to have to do with this revealing. So that's what I'm getting from the moon. It's like if we talk about the phases of the moon, the new moon coming into the full moon, when we refer to that, it often it can often depict revelation, like something being revealed, because it's now the moon is full. There's a lot of light. It can reveal a lot that the new moon, things have been hidden, within a new moon. So there's going to be a revelation. So, and it's going to be totally new. So it's not going to be something that you have experienced before. But it's definitely going to be something that you're going to totally enjoy, totally celebrate. Others are going to be happy for you, which is a change in some scenarios. We're going to get others that are going to be happy. People don't want to celebrate. And you're so awesome, Gemini. And so from the, oh my goodness. Wow. So from the Enchanted Map, we have Magic Prayer. And 3 and a 2 is a 5. So 5 can also represent the self. And that also can represent like a Christ self. 5 also represents change. And that's what's happening for you, Gemini. There's going to be a change in like a lot of heart matters, whether it's a heart in romance or a heart in passion, in life, in career. There's going to be a lot of change, and 5 can also indicate something like new, like Christ-like. So, and of course, magic prayer. So it's really like things, Gemini, because you're stepping into who you are, you're really knowing what's weighing on your heart and what that heart wants, things that you've been praying. Kind of like the 9, if you think of that 9 of Cups, that wish fulfillment, that's kind of what's coming through, is that your wish fulfillment is coming through because you are so much, not just in tune, but you are so much connecting with what your true self and who you really are. And that's being created and that's being manifested, because that's also the 3 of Pentacles that was here on the lower self level. So that's that real grounding energies that are coming up. So really exciting. So that was such a fun reading. Thank you, Geminis, for joining me. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it resonated with some of you. You can leave a comment below, make it nice. But this is fun. I hope to see you next time. All right, Geminis, until then, Happy New Year, and coming into a new decade. Aloha. Aloha, Kekahi, Kekahi. Love one another. All right, take care. Aloha. Aloha, Libras. Welcome back to Moana's Divine Reading. I am Moana, the Hawaiian Gypsy. And we are here for your love reading. It's a general reading, so will not resonate with everybody. So take what does resonate and, throw away the rest, or don't even pay attention. So yeah, just have fun with it. It's a general read, and it's the love reading. So we're going to be using the Alchemy of England Tarot to clarify the general read. If you haven't watched the general section, I would recommend watching that. And then we are going to just have a clarifying card at the end with the Enchanted Map. So cool. So Libra, this is cool. So I really enjoy the air signs. Because I just love, the balancing aspects of them. I'm shuffling the cards, by the way. You can kind of hear it, but if you need to see, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to hold them in such a way. Okay, so when I do the cards, I when I do the cards for when we get into each individual sign, we use the principles of the Hawaiian 3 selves, and that is the middle self, lower self, and higher self. So I always begin with the middle self. Middle self is you manifested here on Earth, and it resonates with the solar plexus, heart, and throat chakras. And the lower self is basically your subconscious self. It's your instinctual self. Your kind of like also can be that raw survival self, and it resonates with the root chakra as well as the sacral chakra. And then the top card, which is divine energies, is your divine self. So that's kind of like your divine self, your pure self, your higher self, and that resonates with the crown chakra as well as the third eye. Okay, so that's the indigo and purple. All right, so we're going to get some of these cards out, and we have, now sometimes, and I only read for those 3 on the clarify, but sometimes we have 3 cards coming out, sometimes we have 2 cards that want to come out, and there we go, there, and I guess, yeah, that looks good. And I had this happen for Gemini. There's a clarifying cups, and we have, clarifying card, an overall card. Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't. We have the 9 of Cups. So nice for you, Libra. That's your wish fulfillment. And I kind of had, Gemini kind of had that too, but in a different way it came through. So what I'm getting right off the bat with that 9 of Cups, Libra, is that I'm getting right away. I'm actually seeing the 8 of Pentacles in my mind. And that is again, this is for those who resonates. I'm getting, Libra, just in yourself alone, you've been doing a lot of hard work. And you've been doing not so much with such an intent for love but you have been doing with that, it'll be interesting to see what cards come out with your root self, because I'm getting like deep inside the subconscious, you had this like kind of burning fire, kind of like when we had the Ace of Fire in the general portion of the air sign, of the air element. And so I'm getting, there was this deep burning inside that like, I really just, I just got to I got to get myself together. Not that you're not together, but just like you had this feeling something's missing, something was not right, something was not balanced. And sorry about my picture. Obviously I'm no Picasso in any way or anything, but however, so you're feeling like there's something not balanced because something was missing, and you've been working really hard on yourself just to see, kind of like where you're not balanced in yourself. And that's what I'm getting right off the bat. And because you've been doing all this work, I just this wish fulfillment is coming through, and it's coming through like in areas of love. Now, if it's not romantic, it's going to be like a passion you may have, like a goal that you've been trying to achieve, or a career, or within your relationship, if you're in a committed relationship, or within love. And it is coming through, and you are shining, you are illuminating, you are being illuminated. And right, so just as I was saying that, I see the soul retrieval. That's exactly what you've been doing, the soul retrieval. And it's hard work, because not necessarily in an 8 of Pentacles way, even though 8 of Pentacles represents just hard work. But it's not necessarily hard physical work. It can be, but in your case, it's hard soul retrieval work, which means it's looking at the things we don't want to look at. And then having not come in, the sword, the cut, see the truth, reflect that truth, and then cut away what is not working. And sometimes that's not an easy path. So for your manifested self, and then look, wow, see, and you have the Sun, and we have the 8 of Cups. So you realize that this is, again, for some of you, it's not going to resonate for all of you, but what's coming through in the message for this reading is that some of you have realized that unbalance in your life is you've been in a situation, or you have let's say a job or something. You've been in a career or something that really wasn't you. You just kind of did it because, and maybe you didn't mean to do it for so long, but you kind of began, you know, let's say for example in a career, you began in that career, oh, because it was good money, and you know, and oh, because it's good status, and it's a, you know, it's a good opportunity, and so you started that, but then you realize over time, like nothing was serving you, and you're kind of not feeling that happiness that you know you were feeling before. You were not feeling livelihood. Now it doesn't matter how old you are. Every day we should wake up full of life, no matter what age. And that full life comes from living the life that is meant for us to live. And that's the life that brings us joy. And that is that wish fulfillment card. And that's, Libra, is what you're beginning to see is coming forward for you now. You are now being blessed with that gift of the things, the passion that you love. Now, it could be a divine soulmate, divine partner, soulmate, twin flame, however you see that. It could be that loved one. But I'm also getting, for some of you, it's not just in love as a person. This is also like a love in a passionate way of life, in a passionate way of living. And here's the sun. So we have the sun card, and there's that joy. There's that Leo energy. So some of you may be getting together with a Leo, or some of you may have Leo energies, or somebody with Leo in their chart. Anyways, that may be for some, but in this case, it's this joy that's really coming up. That's, and again, sun is also illumination. So you're really starting to like shine, Libra, really starting to shine. Those scales of balancing are balancing out, and they're really starting to shine because you have begun already. You've done a whole lot of hard work to kind of reveal this, and now it's like you're taking the steps, and because you're starting to take the steps towards your truth, if you will, then spirit can bring that, and it's kind of like, you know, that reciprocal kind of nature, and kind of like a catalytic, you know, event where the more you step towards your truth, the more spirit brings in, and the faster it happens. So down here with the lower self, the energy is coming in, and you got a lot of pentacles. We just finished talking about the 8 of Pentacles, and here it is. So some of you have done a lot of hard physical work. and it's funny how I mentioned about the 8 of Pentacles, and here it is. And this is at the position of your root subconscious self. So you really have done the soul retrieval, Libra. You've really done the soul retrieval. You have really done the hard work. So if you haven't think you've done it, you've done it. Here's your confirmation. And I mentioned about the 8 of Pentacles. I even said, it'd be interesting to see what I see here. And here it is. 8 of Pentacles right in your lower self. So this is from, you know, bottom up. So right from your root chakra, you have solidified your foundation of really getting down, if you will, deep and dirty to figure this out for yourself so you can move forward. And what's nice, it's accompanied by the 8 of Pentacles. And wow. I mean, sorry, 7 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles accompanied by the 7 of Pentacles. And yeah, like, wow, what a pairing, because 7 of Pentacles is about, you know, could be counting your stocks kind of thing, but what I am getting is that aspect of the 7 of Pentacles of like, okay, so you've done the hard work of planting the seeds, and then you know, waiting a whole season, or waiting a whole year for the right season for your crops to come up, and now they're about to just pop up, And you're kind of getting ready to harvest the fruits of your labor, if you will, to reap your rewards. And that's the Seven of Pentacles, kind of like kind of like doing an inventory of checking to see what's coming in, and it's coming in, and you're seeing it because you're starting to feel it. And you're seeing it because the proof, if you will, it's actually manifesting right before your eyes. So this is wonderful. So for those of you who've been working on yourselves, and wanting a new love, this person is coming in. And I have to say again, Seven of Pentacles is also about divine timing. But the nice thing for you, Libra, is you're feeling like, yeah, I'm in that divine timing. I'm like really balanced because I'm not just in my timing, I'm in the divine timing, and I'm interlacing with that energy, and so you're comfortable with the state you're at. You're comfortable with, okay, it's coming. And so this new love, if it's a person, if it's a next level, we got engagement, so that's that next level of commitment. In if you've been with somebody for a while and you've been wanting that wedding ring, put a ring on it. Anyways, if you're wanting that, engagement, and so you haven't just kind of been sitting there saying, oh, when's it going to come? No, you've been saying, well, you know what? If, I'm not going to whine or cry about it. I'm going to just really focus on me and work on me. And you've done that, Libra. And that's now that the balancing of the scales are happening, because you're also starting to see if something didn't work out. You're starting to see that, well, that's a good thing it didn't work out, because, wow, that wouldn't have been good for me. So you're really starting to see that now, and that's also the evidence that you're starting to see. And because now you're really starting to see what you truly want, what's truly in your heart, what's been weighing in your heart, and you've been embracing that, and you've been nurturing that, and you're like, okay, I gotta feed this, and also open up, release. And that universal energy is coming in, and it's bringing in the fruits of your labor, and it's going to bring in the right person for you. Sorry about that. Cut that out. Okay, so from your higher divine self, the energies we have is a Four of Swords. So there it is. You're really starting to feel at peace. You're starting to feel that balance. That's what's coming through. And then we have the Seven of Wands. I had this come up in the same position for Aquarius. And I'm going to get back to that in a second. I want to go to the Nine of Swords first. And so we also have the Nine of Swords. So this is all from your divine self. So your divine self, so it's almost like the rippling effect of water coming from the lower self and up. So your lower self is grounded. Your self here on earth is grounded. However, there's still a sense of like uncertainty in some aspects, kind of questioning. I'm getting kind of questioning, like, is this for real? Is this true? Almost like questioning the divine, because this is coming from that higher self. So it's almost like you're questioning like the divine energies. Is this really happening? Is this for real? So it's almost like as if you're seeing things as more magical rather than divine intervention, which, the energies can feel magical, and that's kind of a beautiful thing. However, it's not a Disney story, it's your story, Libra. And Libra, you're very practical, right? Very, very practical. So you can trust in this. Your divine self is saying, trust in this. Rest assured. When you're starting, and this is, again, Aquarius had this, and it was about that unnerving of again, having faith in in that divine energies, and just having that faith, letting go of that trying to figure things out, let it go of you trying to balance things out. Know that the divine, the cosmos, the energies is at practice here, because remember, Seven of Pentacles is a divine intervention kind of card, right? It's divine timing. So with divine timing also means divine entities at work, divine energies are at work, right? So you can rest assured, your divine self is saying, rest assured, don't allow your mind to, because then on the flip side here's a balance for you. We have the Four of Swords, which means yes. And one of the messages came through Aquarius, and then I'm seeing it coming through here, and it's air sign energy, is that when you're starting to feel this unnerving or questioning, like, wow, is this really happening? You know, just have this meditation, find that place of peace, because you know it's there, you're feeling it, you're actually seeing the proof. So remind yourself, sorry if the cards are not very clear. So remind yourself that the proof is there. You do know it's there. You trust in that. And that it's happening. It's happening, Libra. Yes, it's for real. If you're questioning that, again, that's not for everyone. Take that if that resonates. But just know, it's a nice feeling like, wow, I can relax, man. I don't have to try to figure anything out. I don't have to do no major math equation for this love. That this right person is going to come up. And sometimes when Spirit brings things, we've been praying for, let's say, if we don't intervene and we allow Spirit to do it, Spirit will always bring something that's more fabulous than we could ever manifest. And so sometimes it is like, wow, am I good enough for this person? Am I good enough for this, opportunity? So yes, you are. Absolutely. You really did the hard work. You really reached the heart of the matters. And that's why, yes, Spirit is saying, yes, your Nine of Cups is coming in, baby. Your wish fulfillment, see, I'm so excited I can't even speak. Your wish fulfillment is here. And metamorphosis. Wow, how beautiful is that? So you got metamorphosis. It's a 7. 7 can also be kind of like having everything within you to manifest what is needed to manifest for you and in your next level of growth. And also, so I can see now where this is coming from. This is also coming from this unnerving energies is also coming from this kind of shakedown with the metamorphosis. When we take that analogy of the caterpillar has to break down everything, and then it starts to solidify itself again into this whole new being. It's like unrecognizable. So some things in aspects of your life, Libra, because you've done this breakdown, you've really done some work. This is really coming through strong for you, Libra. This is amazing. You've really done some massive work on yourself. So really awesome. And you this whole new aspect of your life and you that you're stepping into is almost unrecognizable because you've been through so much changes. This is great. Spirit is also telling me to pick another card for you. So yeah, that's why you get the engagement too, because an engagement, if you're watching this and you're like, well, I am not looking into love. I just want, like something that I love in my life, then that engagement has to do with commitment. So the project's going to come up, an opportunity is going to come up that is going to be committed to you as much as you're going to commit it to that. So you're going to start engaging into something new. However, Spirit told me to pick another card for you. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So what I'm getting really more coming through with this card is your feelings are real. So in other words, there's some instinctual nature that you're feeling like. So now what's coming through here with this, questioning and worry and unnerving, like, is this for real? What I'm getting is that, yes, this is really coming. So like you may have ran into somebody and you really connected with that person and there was a friend around and then you're like, wow, I really like that person, I hope they like me. And that friend, you meet up with that friend later on, and that friend says, oh, that person likes you, by the way. And you're like, oh, really? I can't believe it. Are you sure? And it's like, yes, because go with your instincts, your feelings, because your feelings are pure. See, and this is all about feeling. Same thing if it's an opportunity, maybe somebody came up and gave you the card and say, hey, call me Monday. You're the right person for this opportunity, this job, and I want to bring you in for an interview. And you're like, wow, is this really happening? And it's like, yeah, trust your feelings. Your feelings are real, and romantic feelings can be in romance, in love, with a partner. And if that's the case for you, Libra, then yes, this is like a divine partner coming in. This is definitely a lot of divine intervention. And Libra, if it's like, because romantic feelings can also be like that passion again, something we truly love. If it's a career or a passionate goal you have, that opportunity coming through, yes. Even though there is romance in the air for you, Libra, I just really feel that strong. I just have to say there's romance in the air, single or not, or looking or not. There's romance in the air for you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed that, and that was a really fabulous reading. I really felt a lot of love from this reading, and especially like that love towards yourself, Libra. So that is amazing. That's fabulous. I am happy for those of you that resonated with, or if you just done that and you're feeling that love. I'm so happy, because that's a great place to be, especially coming into the new decade. So happy new year, Libra, and lots of love. Aloha, Kekahi, sorry, I can't speak. Aloha, Kekahi, love one another and love yourself. Aloha.